What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to the channel. I'm the Bearded Vet Gamer, Steve, whichever one you call me. And today we are going to do a little review, hands-on, and check out, obviously by the name and the thumbnail, of, it's called the Switch Up. So, I initially saw this, an article, I want to say it was by Kotaku. So, outlining it, just kind of says, basically it's the modern day Game Shark, blah, blah, blah. So, searched on Amazon, found it. I think it was, $25, $26 with shipping. So I'm like, you know what, let's give it a shot. Let's try it out. Because I like these kind of devices. I mean, getting the Game Shark when I was a kid, and yeah, just seeing the different things you can do. It was just neat. It was just fun. I will say that a lot of the time when you're applying this type of stuff, and they're mods as they call them, but let's be honest, they're cheats. I mean, you apply cheats to games. A lot of time, obviously, it's meant to break it. It's meant to alter it. So a lot of time it does, in a lot of ways, ruin the gameplay in a lot of ways. And obviously, it kind of depends on what you're doing. For example, for these, right now I believe there is only, I think, 4. So you have the Pokemon mode, you have, or well, they call it Pokemon mode, Fortnite mode, Mario mode, and Zelda. So I think those are 4 games right now. I haven't looked up through the site too much, but I do believe there's more things coming and that kind of thing. So there's that. And then it also is basically acts as a Bluetooth receiver, so you could use any controller, any Bluetooth controller for the most part on this. And we'll get into it here in a minute. So let's look at the website for just a little bit here. Let's bring this up. So you have up here Switch-up-CA. Here we go. Collective Minds, the company that makes it. The Switch Up. So obviously, I think you can shows where you can buy it. Again, I just looked through Amazon. It was easy. But power up your game. So we scroll down here. Pokemon mode, Fortnite mode, Mario mode, and Zelda mode. And then take control. Controller adapter. So there we are. Comfort control. Yeah, I haven't seen any of that. But for the controller at least, it says we'll see as here. But you can see this is the Xbox One controller. So I did try. I will make this first observation. I did try the Xbox Series S controller, or Series S and X. I think it's the same controller, and I couldn't get that one to connect. So I don't know if has a newer version of Bluetooth in it. It could be I have to update the Switch Up, because I think at the very top of here, update tool. So I'm guessing. Oh yeah, so I guess we will have a caveat here, because it does give you this warning in the packaging. So here is the packaging right here, and I know it's hard to see. Switch Up, small little thing, but it does have a little piece of paper that comes with it that does say, before using the Switch Up, please make sure that the Pro Controller wired communication setting is turned on. So, so it says important latest Switch Up firmware is version 2.1.9. Therefore, please do not update to any other version of the firmware. So I honestly haven't checked to see if the one I have is the latest one. I'm guessing because it's brand new. But either way, so if you don't have that Pro Controller wired communication on, it will say it will give you an error when you plug it in. So just make note of that. And I honestly don't know if this will do anything, because obviously you're supposed to be able to have the internet on, because it does have Fortnite mode, because obviously it does auto aim and all that crap. Honestly, I'm not going to touch that at all, mainly because that kind of stuff, I mean, you're playing a live service game, that kind of stuff, it really does ruin it and ruins the experience. Even more than how toxic the culture is already, it's going to make it even worse. So, not going to touch it, don't care about it, and honestly, don't use it. If you're playing against other people and you need cheats to enjoy it, then it's not worth playing. Because, it's just not doing it. Play a different game. Get some Zelda in there, get some Mario, alright? So, we'll focus on some of the other stuff. So let's go back to the home here, and let's look at some of the stuff that the Pokemon mode has. So we got single release Pokemon. Maximize your play time and use this mod to quickly release Pokemon one at a time from your box. So obviously that is pretty nice, because if you're hunting for shinies, that kind of thing, because I know people do that. I honestly never have because I've never really cared that much. So you have single release, box release, and it kind of shows you as there's tutorial videos. You can kind of see some of the stuff flashing here, and then some of the basically the button presses that you do. Shiny egg chaining. So this mod will endlessly chain for eggs from the Bridgefield Pokemon Nursery in the wild area. So there you go. So all these things, it tells you exactly what type of stuff it'll do. Kind of gives you a little notification or a little preview of what it'll do, and it has videos for all this. So yeah, I honestly haven't played. I have a sword, Pokemon Sword. I haven't played it for a long time. I think I'm almost done with it, maybe halfway through. And yeah, I just haven't got back to it. So I definitely will try some of these. But for now, we're going to focus on something else. So there is a bunch in here. Auto Spin, Roto Loto, Box Surprise Trade. So there you go, Egg Farming. So basically a whole lot of stuff to make your life a whole lot easier. So shiny chaining. It's basically stuff to get shinies very easily and to, yeah. So obviously this is going to break a lot of stuff. So when you see people making videos about getting shinies, things like that, especially once now that this thing is out, there's a good chance they're using this. All right, especially if it's there's some too good to be true type of thing. But be mindful, and I guess when you're if it's something you watch of people of getting these mods or of getting shinies, most of some of these creators will probably you'll have to start basically proving that you're not using a switch up. So there you go. All right, so Fortnite mode, again, not going to use it, but aim abuse, rapid fire, smart fire, just stupid. All right, that's dumb. It's play it the right way when it's an online game. Come on, Mario Odyssey. This would be a good one. I've already beaten it, so it can be fun to go through it like this. Avoid getting stuck, frustrated, beat every boss, rake in the coins, watch the power moves pile up, built-in mods. So there we go. Yeah, let's see. We can go through these. Easy dive. There we go. Easy Hattie, swim, ground pound plus. Yeah, they got auto boss battle. I mean, that would be kind of boring. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Coin and moon generator. Obviously, that'd be one you're just basically, if you want I want to get all the coins and you don't want to do all the work, there you go. So probably not as much fun on that one. Here we go. Zelda mode. So this one we're gonna test out today. But let's look what we got. Got rapid spear. So amplify the power of your spear to stagger and knock back most enemies. Cool. Bomb parry. Have the ability to parry your bombs and explode enemies in front of you without Link taking any damage. So that's kind of cool. That'd be a fun one to try to get, or try to get good at. Parrying has always been a weakness for me. I don't know why. Like, I've never been great at it, especially in the Souls games. Heavy bomb bow, used for heavy weapons in the square remote bomb. Stagger the enemy, drop a bomb while backflipping, and then ready your bow in one smooth motion, giving you options to dominate the battlefield. That's nuts. That just seems like a ridiculous amount of things. Why? Bow spin. Unleash your whirlwind of power using elemental effects of your sword. This mod automates the technique of chaining enemies into being stunned. So, there you go. Here's that. Infinite sprint. Obviously, great one. We're definitely going to try that one out. And rupee and arrow generators. So, just one to kind of take out basically the grind of trying to get rupees, depending on what you're trying to get. So, there we go. So that's all it shows here. Could be there's more. Could be we can download more. Who knows? But, yeah. So, let's try it out. Again, so I will briefly go over the controller tutorial because it was very easy. Literally, it even has, so we'll go to this controller setup here. Literally has for PS4 DualShock, Xbox One, Xbox, or the Wii U, PS3, Xbox 360. There you go. So it shows a little video for all of them. But for the Xbox One, and what I tried with the Xbox Series S and X controller, was basically basically turned on, press the sync button, press the sync button where it shows you exactly where it is on the switch up, and it synced up. It was easy. It rumbled, the controller rumbled, so there you go. Easy peasy. Obviously, the Xbox One controller is very similar to the Pro controller, so it honestly isn't going to change much, but it was cool just to see it. Anyways, yeah, so here we are. All right, so there is a yeah, so mess around with it with a little bit. Obviously, I kind of cut some here, but there is a manual that well, you definitely want because it tells you how to do everything. So in it, so Zelda mode, you got to activate it. So you got it says pair your controller first. Then it says press and release the mode selector to cycle through the modes. So it yeah. So there's basically two LEDs kind of in the shape of the Joy Cons. The lights, on one end and the other. Yeah, and so it tells you which mode is what. So right now we were looking for the Zelda mode, the green LEDs. So obviously I just pressed it, and again, at the beginning of this guide there is some little icons to show you exactly which one it is. So or which buttons are for what. So once we did that, then yeah. So like for infinite sprint. So when we just tried, so you can see. So like right now, you can see on there it is active. So let me turn it off here. So when I press the buttons, which is the right on the D-pad and then R3, it vibrated. So that took it out of it. So you can see stamina goes down. So when I do it, you press it, do the same thing. Kind of flashes there, obviously, for changing it. But then controller rumbled again, and it's on there. So what it looks like it does is it, well, you can kind of see it's basically always trying to call Epona, or well, yeah. So call my horse. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah. So you can use menu mode, change some mod settings. So infinite sprint on hold. Infinite. Okay. So there is some. So let's see. So for the Xbox, it says you can get those menu modes, so you can change some settings. So like for this one, we're in the we're gonna do for the infinite sprint. So it says hold. Well, it'd be like minus. So in Xbox, it's the view button until the mode selector LED turns white. So I'm looking on the actual switch thing. Okay, the LED turned white. Obviously, it's going to do something in the game as well. You've entered menu mode. So then while in menu mode, so I'm going to tap the left button to toggle between. So this for infinite sprint. So you either have light rumble, which is infinite sprint, but it's on hold, or infinite sprint always active. So it has basically a light rumble or a heavy rumble. So there is that. You kind of have to look at the lights to know what you're trying to do, but you can see now anywhere I move, I'm not touching anything, and I'm running. Obviously, yeah, everything kind of still works in that aspect. But yeah, so it looks like, when I have your weapons out, as you can see, I'm not full sprinting, but I put them away and I go back to sprinting full force. So, yeah, honestly, not something I probably want on all the time. So I'm going to change that back to the light rumble here. Okay, so upon looking at some of the stuff, so at least for the rupee generator, you do have to be to a certain point in the game. So it's the Heber region. So in this one, I'm not here. I'm not there yet. So for that, okay. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, tried a little bit there on Zelda. Yeah, I've tried a little bit on Pokemon, and just there's a lot more to it. So you definitely need a guide. It's definitely not as easy as, let's say, like the Game Sharks and stuff used to be, where it's like stuff would either be loaded on already, or you load stuff onto it and then it's just there. So it's more of bund combinations, blah blah, that kind of thing. Do specific things beforehand. You have to have certain things already unlocked beforehand. So yeah, a little bit different than what I was thinking. But yeah, there we are. So overall, I would say, is it worth the $25? I honestly can't say yes or no, at least as of right now. So I need to play with a little bit more, try some more things out on both of them, the Pokemon, on the Zelda, Mario. I did notice, and I will make a mention of it, that on their website, at the very top, you have switch up modes. So you got Pokemon Sword and Shield. Animal Crossing mode is on there. So there's things on that then along with Fortnite, Mario, Zelda, and Macro. Which for that, yeah, for what basically it's well, kind of look at what macro is. So it'll record a sequence of buttons, so that or movements, so you can be used for repetitive action, idle generators, that kind of thing. So yeah, obviously that'd be good for if there's something you have to do over and over and over again for a game, or yeah, there's that. So a lot of cool things you can do for it. For 25 bucks, it honestly isn't too bad. I would say it's probably worth it if you want to kind of try it out, especially even for if you don't have a Pro controller, but you want to use your Xbox controller with that, or just in general you have one of the controllers that that don't have or that use Bluetooth, and obviously the Switch is not great with that with any kind of support. So yeah, other than that, not too bad. So let me know in the comment section. What do you think of it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you going to get it? And if you have, what do you think of it? Have you tried some things out? Again, we only showed a little bit here. I've only showed a few things, and yeah, wasn't too bad. I mean, the infinite sprint is just kind of cool on Zelda, but I honestly, mean, I don't know. Actually, I'd have to try with climbing to see if it has the basically infinite stamina for climbing, because that would be really cool. That'd probably be the main plus, I would say, for that. Anyways, yeah, let me know. If you haven't already, hit that like button. If you liked it, dislike if you don't. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so it lets you know on uploads for every upload that we do. So don't do videos as often as I'd like, but hopefully going to up that a little bit, and hopefully doing some live streaming here this weekend with some Zelda, because I got to finish A Link to the Past. I got to do it. I've played like 3 or 4 games in between that. I just it's hard to find time. It's hard to find time to stream when you got a 1-year-old. He's a handful. But till next time, guys, we'll talk to you guys later.